Hi guys. I just wanted to record this because I'm having a really terrible day and I just got out of the shower and I honestly didn't even want to leave. But then the not wasteful person of me side of me said, you can't do this because you're just kind of being wasteful. But anyway, I wanted to record this and vlog it because I'm having a really rough day. Kind of started in the morning, and right now my anxiety has gotten to an extreme. And I'm getting like dark thoughts in my head because I'm incredibly angry and I just feel like I'm being swallowed whole. And I can't see any light anymore. I'm just the rage is it's humming on my skin and I'm vibrating, and it's just the littlest things was just pissing me off. Like, a lot of things were really pissing me off. Like, not upset, not bothered, not irritated, but like pissing me off, like angry. And I just really wish everything just gets dark and black and there is no on anymore. I just wish everything just stops and just stops and just stops. And of course, I feel like a failure mom yet again. My son purposely spilled his milk on his table, which he does a lot. And he grew up with our dogs and he looks up to them. I mean, they are older than he is, so he like tries to imitate them by like drinking off his table instead of drinking from a cup, and that really, really upsets me. And so I got really angry. I took his cup away. I wiped off the milk and I said, "You know what? It's done. You're going to bed." Usually he'll have like an extra half hour. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. He started crying and I just couldn't anymore. I just said, "You know what? I told you I'm having a really rough day. I can't do this right now." He just started crying and crying. I changed him. I got him ready for bed, and he was just really upset, and understandably so. I mean, for a toddler, 1 minute is the world. And for him, 1 minute is the world, and usually I put him to bed like about 25 minutes before his bedtime, and that's the world to him. And usually, like, we hang out, we play, or he wants to play by himself, or he plays with the dogs, or we read a book, like a lot of different things. To me, that was the best case scenario because I didn't want to yell at him. Because if I yell at him, he doesn't really get that. You know what I mean? Before I started all this darkness and all that stuff, and I don't really yell at him. When my husband raises his voice a little bit because he's a little bit deaf on one of his ears, I think I always have to remind him, "You're kind of loud." So when I yelled at him before and he just got so scared, like, I just can't do that again. So the best case scenario for me was just to put him to bed. And I just walked away and just put the TV on so I don't have to hear him. Like, a few minutes later, I just looked at him on the monitor and he was like, okay, just rolling around in his bed. I just want this to stop. I want the anger, the crazy anger, the obsessiveness, the anxiety. I don't know if I said this in my other vlogs, but very, very recently. I even told my husband this. We're having like a talk, and I was telling him how bad it is. I told him I just wanted to die, and I just wanted to just not wake up. And I just wanted to just not wake up. And the only reason that I don't do that is because of my son, and I don't want him. I don't want to hurt him. But I do. This is just so much. It's so overwhelming. It's so... The PCS, the anxiety, it drives me crazy. I just can't think straight. I just want it to stop. I wish there was just a fucking button. Then I just press it and everything's fine. And everything's fine. I just feel like when I'm like this, my skin is so painful and sensitive, and I feel like if I was a shape, it was like one of those crazy static kind of shapes. Like, it's just, you know how like there's a comic book or a drawing or anything, and it's like electrifying, where there's a lot of lines there do that. I feel like I'm in the middle of that, and I just feel like I'm radiating anger, and I'm just... I know there are other vlogs that I've done that, you know, I'm like, oh great and everything, but man, the lows are so low. Right now, I really can't see the light. I can't see the light. And I wanted to just put this in here because I'm hoping it's gonna make me feel better. And I'm hoping that I just feel so alone. I feel like I'm stuck in a tunnel or a cave, and I'm shut in, or I'm lost, and I just can't find my way out, and I just don't know where I am, and everything is just pitch black, and I just don't see anything, and I'm in pain. My skin's in pain, my head's in pain, just everything is just too much. My tests keep getting postponed because certain tests they can only do it in certain days. And no one can watch my son, so I literally feel so fucking alone. I've closed off so many people with the anxiety, and I've been trying to push myself because ever since I had like one of my therapy sessions, my therapist was telling me, you know, well, he was doing like whatever to do with your concussion therapy, post-concussion therapy. He was telling me, you know, you should really try to push yourself. I know it's hard, but you have to, because if you don't, you're just gonna keep going backwards and you're not gonna get better. And when I'm in certain spots, especially in a social environment, I always have to push myself so hard because I just want to be better. I just want to be better for me. For me, for everybody. Just I have never been one of those really pessimistic people, you know? I've always been the half-full person. And a lot of people would always think it was someone told me before that they always think like, they always thought I was like doing something or forcing it too much or pretending or something, like it wasn't real, but it really was. And now I just don't know that person anymore. I'm such a dark person now. And I scare myself so much. I don't recognize myself. I look at myself in the mirror and I look so miserable and broken, and I just don't know who I am. I look so lost and tired and confused. I wasn't like this, you know? I was always like put together, and I always found a solution to every problem. If I'm cornered, I always found a solution to be able to get out of it, and now it just one tiny blimp. Seriously, it feels like I just want to die. It's just so overwhelming. It's just so consuming. Like, I can't think. I feel like my head is filled with something like foam, or just, it's just so full, like overstuffed, and I just can't think. I feel very misunderstood. And I know, I know it's just not me. I know other people with CPS or PCS and anxiety and depression, they all feel the same way. You feel like you're misunderstood, and we're self-sabotaging each other. And to top it off, my cousin, we stopped by at their house the other day, and she said she had like a brain bleed and concussion and things like that. And I was like, as much as possible, I'm like, fuck, I hope she doesn't go through what I'm going through. And she's like, she's just fresh out of college, so she's starting off like her new job, and she was like, I don't really have the money to do all the tests and the therapy. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I won the lottery so I could pay for all her medical bills and things like that. But I don't. And I just don't want her to go through what I'm fucking going through. Struggling every minute of every day just to breathe. And I just feel so suffocated all the time. Just suffocated. I feel like I'm drowning. And I feel like the fucking world has their foot on my head, and they just consume me. I'm so upset. This is a big reason why I started my vlog. I'm kind of hoping that more people share their stories, even if you just share it on my comments. I would really love that. I just kind of wish that, I know post-concussion syndrome is kind of new and not really have a lot of hard data on them. I just kind of wish that I could fast forward time and to a time in which they know how to fix it. Not just time. I fucking hate that when they just say, you just need time. You just need time. I don't have the time. I'm in so much pain. Just give me a goddamn fucking shot or a pill. I just want to be better. I hate this. I hate it so much. And because I hate it so much, it gets me even more upset, and it just snowballs. And my husband and I pretty much moved to an area that we have no idea. We don't know anybody. Both our next door neighbors on both sides are amazing. They're great. But you know, they're neighbors. We're not really friends. I mean, we're friendly. But I miss my girlfriends. And I wish, and my guy friends. And I wish they were around. And that was who I am, you know? I was just this, like, adventurous, very adventurous, fearless person, very independent, and I just never really thought I would be in this position, that I would desperately need someone to just be here with me and hold my hand on this kind of moment when I feel like I have nobody. Just people that I've known much longer than my husband, people that I've known so long that they know that they're ingrained into my DNA, and vice versa, that we know so much about each other that if I did something like this, they're able to they're able to do something because they know me so well and so long. It's just different when you're in a relationship, in a like romantic relationship, I guess that's what you call it. Not a friendship relationship, but in a romantic relationship, I feel like you kind of see things in two versions at once, you know? But when you're in a pure relationship, you only see things in one level. So your mind is clearer. And I can't blame anybody but myself. Yes, I was coerced, but I also decided to move here. I also decided to move far away. I don't know what it is, but it was one of my uncles that told me, and my aunt, I think, on different occasions. They were saying that the women in our family are very strong and independent and adventurous, especially on my dad's side. And I don't know the person anymore. I just don't. I used to be also the type of person that had to eat 3 meals a day. I'm not a big snacker. I still am not a big snacker, but I was never a big snacker. And unless I was really little and it was forced, But I never really was a snacker, but now I really don't want to eat at all. And some people say it's a side effect of what I'm going through with PCS. But I hate eating. I just hate it. The only thing I want to eat is the salad. And there were times that I would get a stomach ache, I would get woozy, because you have to imagine I'm chasing my son around literally around the house. I'm very active, but I have no calories that I'm taking in for my body to have fuel to burn. Like, I couldn't imagine people saying like, oh yeah, skip my lunch, skip my dinner, and things like that. I was never that person. I was always the type of person that I had to eat. I had to have a breakfast, I had to have a lunch, I had to have a dinner. And I remember one of my jobs, they were like laughing at me and making fun of me about it. They were teasing me because in the lunchroom I had like 4 or 5 containers of food, which I would consume in one sitting. And they would make fun of me and say like, oh my gosh, look at how much you eat, look at how how tiny you are, and look at what we eat, and look at how not tiny we are. And I would always tell them, you have to eat more, you have to eat more, and things like that. And I don't know who that person is anymore. I used to cook every day. Every day. I used to cook every day and come up with different ideas and different recipes of things. And now I open my fridge and my cupboards and I just see nothing. I get overwhelmed. I get anxious. My anxiety just kicks in on overdrive, and I have to step back. Just thinking about it right now. Just thinking about it right now. It's getting me really anxious. It should. It's just a cupboard. It's just a fridge. But it does. And I feel very forced. And I feel like my arm gets twisted because I have to do it for my son. And I know it's not his fault. It's nobody's fault. But I feel even guiltier for feeling that I'm being forced to do it. So, again, my head is just a merry-go-round of horrible, horrible things. I used to be able to just brush things off and then move on. And now I'm the complete opposite. I'm obsessive on things that no one should be obsessive of. They're unimportant, they're so stupid, they're so minute, but then I obsess about them. And then I get upset, I get very, very angry. So it starts off at like something small, right? And then it evolves into being obsessed. And then it evolves, and this is quick too. Like, it's not like in a span of days or weeks. It's in a span of seconds. And then I get upset, and then I get flustered, and I can feel like here. Look at how red my ears are. It's because I'm pissed off. Look at how red they are, and I'm getting so pissed, and they start to get really hot. And my skin on my arms start to kind of heat up and vibrate. And so the rest of my body, but it always starts around here. And then I get really, really angry and really, really angry, and then rage, and then I black out. Like, I'll kind of remember I said certain things, but certain things I don't remember specific words. Like, I just remember I got really angry. I said certain things, but I don't know the details of the certain things. And then mind you, the whole time when I'm obsessing it, I'm trying to fight it. I'm trying to fight it. I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to calm down. And then it evolves to anxiety. And then I try to calm down. I'm trying to calm down. And then it becomes being upset and then angry. And this is just in a span of a few seconds. Like, it goes by so quick. And then when I've already, like, exploded, or imploded most of the time, I get very, very tired. I get so drained. I get really woozy. Can't think straight. And that's how pathetic and sad my life is right now. And I just want it to be better. I don't want to forget. Thank you, everyone, for the very beautiful, encouraging words on the comment section, via email, via direct message. My social media comments are down below if you don't want to make a comment here and you want to make it private, which a lot of people have done. Thank you so much for that. It really does help. It really does. And it's hard to respond because I get so overwhelmed. My anxiety kicks in and I get so overwhelmed. I'm just so grateful and thankful and all that, and I get so overwhelmed and I blank completely, and all I can say is thank you, and it really means so much. I hate my life. I've never hated my life, but I hate my life. I just want a breath of fresh air. I just want to want this to be better. I just want to wake up one day and be better. The weird thing is, the other day I was taking a shower and I looked up and all of a sudden I'm like, I feel like I'm better. This was like a few days ago. I feel like I'm better. And yet here I am back again, which is phenomenal for my self-esteem, surely. I have to say though, my day today, regardless of what happened, it wasn't as bad as it would have been a month ago. That I can say. So I am getting better, but I'm just still not there, and I'm so frustrated. I hope anybody out there who's going through what I'm going through, I wish I could hold your hand and just sit with you and let you know that you're not alone. The reason I want to do that is because I know how it feels. And it feels like pins and needles and broken glass, every single part of my skin. It's so consuming. And you know how a lot of people just kind of brush it off and like, it's just, get over it, you know. Oh, believe me, if I could just really do that, I will get over it, but I can't. So here I am. I wish I could be that person again that could just get over it, over the smallest things, but I can't. This is who I am now. some sad person. I feel so terrible all the time. Just thank you guys so much for all the love and encouragement and positive comments. I know this one is a long one. Thank you guys so much. I really hope that I'm able to touch at least one person out there. May you be suffering with anxiety, depression, PCS, anything related to any of that, or you're touched by it due to a loved one or a friend or a colleague or anybody you know. Just let them know you're there. They might lash out, they might do something or say something that might be out of character for them. I know it's not right, but it's something that we can't control. It's something that just happens. I know it's not a cop-out. It really isn't. It's just hard. And losing people just makes it even worse. Don't take it personally. And this is real. It's not you, it's us. It always is us. And we don't do that to hurt anybody. Our brain is consumed by a monster, a sadistic, twisted monster that just wants to slowly kill us, kill who we really are, until we're unrecognizable. That's what it is. I just want my monster to leave me alone and disappear. Never come back. I don't want him back. But yet, he's deep down inside. He's got his claws so dug deep in me. I can't pry him out yet. I'm fighting it all the time. I am. It just still figuring out what the best way to do it. How to be successful. So there you go. As usual, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, let me know down below. If you want to be private, which a lot of people do, they send me DMs or they email me directly. If I don't respond right away, I never get notified. And sometimes it doesn't really pop up right away. Sometimes it's weird, sometimes it takes, I don't know, I think it's a YouTube glitch, but sometimes I won't see a comment for months or weeks or something like that. But anyway, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.